welcome to another peer review. This one will be pretty quick because there was only one thing that got brought up in the comments in the last month. Specifically, it was a comment on my video on how movies get AI wrong, where I talked about how it's pretty unlikely that the scenarios that we see in movies where AI takes over the world would ever happen in real life. And the counterpoint that was made refers to a concept called instrumental convergence. I'll probably do a whole other video on this at some point, and if you're interested in learning about it right now, then I'd actually check out Robert Miles' series on it, which I'll link in the description box below. But in short, the idea of instrumental convergence is that in an effort to reach some benign, or not benign, but probably benign end goal, an AI system might do things to get there that are reflective of scenarios that we might see in movies. This might include things like using up computational resources or gaining access to computational resources that were not allocated towards the program, or in a worst case scenario, something like an accidental world domination. This is a totally valid point. It's not something that I brought up in the video because my thinking when I was making the video was more so that the scenarios that we see constructed in movies are just unlikely. They set up issues in computing infrastructure and how we make code that leads to problems like these, but in the real world, the infrastructure just isn't set up that way, and so you wouldn't see that sort of problem. Having said that, it is theoretically possible for, in the process of, for example, trying to solve a difficult problem, for an AI to recruit so many resources that it impacts our daily lives. In fact, somebody else in the comments had the interesting example of an AI system that was trying to solve a problem and found that the best way of doing that was basically deleting the data, which is pretty wild. I'll have to find that paper and include it in the description box. But that's it for peer reviews. It's good that these videos are short. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about my videos, I always welcome them in the comment section, and I'm happy to address them in videos like this. Bye!